Release their sky. Cover going out. Shadows.
Still in sight.
Watch them run.
That's done. They will cower. You fought well.
CT.
Kill their sky.
One enemy remaining.
It is done.
Last player
Oh, I didn't
standing.
even know he's behind me. Okay, 34 Reyna, 74 Killjoy, 80 Raze.
Scanning ahead.
They're at window.
One enemy remaining.
Let's go, defuse. How the fuck did you hit
Concentrate's
that?
over.
What?
What the fuck?
Clutch.
Never give up.
She's showers. Yep. Good job. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Serrano786 here for some not gaming right now. We're just gonna be chilling. I honestly, and I kind of said this before about, I get this way right before either a new game launches. Like right now, there's a new season tomorrow. Like I get this way where like I don't really want to play video games. Like I want to play something, but then I don't want to play anything, but I want to play everything. So I haven't really decided what I really want to play today, if I even really want to play anything today at all. So the thought that I'm having is we're just going to watch some trailers. There's a new season trailer drop of Destiny 2, so we can watch that, do some live reactions. And then just, I think we're just going to fart around today. Honestly, we may just do some live reacts to some trailers. There was a new MMO that I saw a trailer for, but I kind of want to like have everybody watch that just because it was interesting. This MMO looks really cool. The combat looks really cool. And I love MMOs. The problem is it's always like in game, what's there to do at the end of stuff. It's like, you know what I mean? So it just kind of really depends. But we're just gonna be farting around today, okay? We're not gonna be really doing much. Did I not save? Okay, I did save it. Okay, I did save it for Destiny 2. So we can also just watch some funny videos of some maybe some Tears of the Kingdom. But the first thing I wanted to watch was, where is Destiny 2? They had dropped a new trailer for Season of the Deep. So we're going to watch that. All right. Beep. Beep.
To any Guardians listening, this is Deputy Commander Sloan requesting emergency support.
Oh, wait. No, that wasn't it. Videos. Oh, that premieres tomorrow. Okay, never mind. So then we're not going to watch that. Never mind. I have honestly no idea what I'm going to do today. I don't really feel like playing Destiny because I'm going to be grinding that out pretty much the rest of the week. I don't really want to play Tears of the Kingdom. I'm at a spot in Tears of the Kingdom. I'm not even close to 100% in the game, but I'm at a very comfortable spot. I got a lot of hearts. I got some of the best armor in the game. I got some of the best weapons in the game. I can pretty much kill anything in the game and not really have to worry about it. I have a ton of money. I have enough Kuruk seeds where I've unlocked every single weapon slot. Like, I don't really feel the need to do anything in that game. I'm kind of in a weird spot today. Like, I don't really know. This may be a really short stream. When I say really short, this might be just a ridiculously short stream today. I don't know. Maybe we can just fart around on YouTube and see what's going on YouTube. Let's go. Oh, I wanted to, what is it? Chrono. There we go. This game looks ridiculous. And this game is coming out on PS5, Xbox, and PC as well. Now let's watch. We'll pause throughout. Oh. Now, it is a Korean-based developer game. So, that being said, those tend to be very grindy. And there is usually microtransactions involved in it. So, I hope it's not pay to win. I think they've said it's not pay to win. But who knows? You never know. That was the one reason I stopped playing Lost Ark, is because it became one of those, like, very in-game. It's like, not pay to win, but, like, to progress a certain part, you have to, like, pay. This is in-game, it looks like. This looks like it's in-game. Like, that town looks ridiculous. It's a bad guy. We're about to fight. Let's go. Like, the combat looks so visceral. Looks ridiculous. Active parrying, active blocking, active dodging. It's kind of like Souls, but then it's going to be like in an MMO format. I'm assuming that's like a tank class. Open world exploration, that's what that's kind of hinting at. That looks like a two-hander specialist. Obviously like a ranger type class. Caster, that's probably what I'm going to play. That looks like a barbarian type, upheaval type attack there. This looks like a lancer type class. Two-handed, or like a assassin type class. Like a hybrid class. I'm not sure. This looks like a dungeon, because there's like 4 or 5 people in this. Like 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. So it looks like the parties are going to be like 4 people. So what? 2 DPS, healer tank? Right? Maybe? Another dungeon. Somebody looks faceless. This looks like a public event, right? And this is supposed to be free to play. So that's the other plus side. Oh, that looks dope. See, this looks dope. You like freeze stuff, you can go back in time. Hence the Chrono in the Odyssey part. Chrono. Looks like a banshee. I'm still under the weather, y'all. I'm going to be coughing. I'm going to try not to. So there's like 6 people there. Looks like a Balrog. Or Ifrit, depending on what kind of flame monster you're thinking of. Yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna be a mage. Like if I play this game, I'm definitely gonna be a mage. Punisher, if you're watching, I might play some Fortnite. I'm like, there's really nothing else I really want to play, and I'm just like trying to kill time. Maybe. But yes, this is Chrono Odyssey. It says PS5, but it's coming out on Xbox. It's coming out on PC as well. It is a free-to-play game. And does it say anything else? No, it does not. Let's go to their website. Chrono Odyssey.com. I probably misspelled that. No? Maybe we just Google it. There we go. First trailer. Gameplay trailer. Wait, is there just a gameplay trailer? Oh, what? Oh, that's... Okay, that's what I... Oh, that is a gameplay trailer. Okay. Overview. Let's read a little bit about the video game. Oh, go back up. Go back up. Forge your own path. Satera, I'm assuming that's the name of the... Yeah, is a land full of unexplored regions with rewards and riches yet unknown. Let your courage carry you to new regions as you face formidable foes. With your newly acquired control over space, time, and the alliances you form throughout your journeys. So I was curious about that. If you do have control over space, time, that feels like it would make certain things very trivial, right? Like if I'm in the middle of a fight and I'm fighting a boss, I'm like, oh, I don't like the way that turned out. You know, and then you could just do it. I don't know. Maybe there's only certain times you can do it and only certain battles you can do it. I would assume that because otherwise that seems really OP. And the alliances you form throughout your journeys, you may just yet conquer the lands you discover. There is one way through this world filled with opportunity, born of chaos and warping space-time. Welcome to Satera. The adventure is yours to be had. Okay? At first glance, Satera may appear as peaceful, beautiful land filled with nature. However, Satera is also known as the front lines of the war against the Void. So this is the main bad guys, the Void, or the faction, I guess, which has been ongoing since the beginning of time. So we've been fighting these guys forever. This land is filled with dangers and chaos caused by twisted time and space, contradicting timelines. These same dangers provide countless mysteries and opportunities not afforded any other world. Uncover the secrets behind Satera's timeline and find a way to save everyone, including yourself. Opposing powers. Here we go. So these are the different factions, right? Yeah. So there's like 5 of them. The Guardians. The Guardians consist of greater beings that oversee all of Satera and those who follow them. They vary greatly in appearance and temperament as they are not originally of this world. The Great Ones called upon them after each of their own worlds was destroyed by the Void. Due to their past, they view the contaminated world movers as a severe threat. To them, the world movers are unwelcome guests, as well as enemies that must be eliminated. So let's go back. So then that's a nice segue to go into the world movers. So let's check out the world movers. The world movers survived the Void's destruction of their home world and escaped to Satera. All are blessed with extraordinary strength or luck that allowed them to overcome a multitude of challenges and powerful foes. They have split up into these 3 separate factions. Each faction's ultimate goal is the survival and prosperity of the world movers, and as such, they work together towards this common goal. There is, however, a fierce competition between them for influence, rights, and their own interests in pursuing these goals. So this is basically us, I'm assuming, right? Like this is going to be like the human faction. This is us. What I'm wondering, if the Void is destroying other worlds, how are people getting to our world? Are there like portals? Are we like on spaceships? Like what's going on there? It says move, but we don't really know it. And the Void, these are the otherworldly invaders that reject the existence of life itself. So, yeah, these are bad guys, like real bad guys. The Void is a realization of nothingness and the cruel abyss. No one understands anything about the Void with the exception of their ultimate goal, the complete destruction of all worlds. The powerful members of the Void are essentially immortal and wield an unfathomable strength. The only reason Satera is able to stand up and fight back against them is because Satera itself also rejects the existence of the Void, limiting their powers. Oh, interesting. However, the Void is growing in numbers and strength. You are the world's final hope. So these guys aren't as strong as they could be because our world, Satera, is fighting back, essentially. That's interesting. All right, the Broken. These look like just a bunch of undead guys, followed by Sylvanas. I mean, this banshee-looking chick. The Broken are world movers whose bodies have succumbed to their void contamination. Void contamination is extremely unstable once absorbed within the body, eventually causing seizures and a breakdown of bodily functions. Jeez. Once the contamination has reached this point, the internal flow of energy within the body completely breaks down, rendering those contaminated neither dead nor alive. The Broken completely lose their sense of self and blindly attack any living thing in an attempt to restore the energy that they have lost. So they're just mindless undead, essentially. So then who's this chick? Or this banshee-looking chick over here? Who's this undead knight? Like, so I'm assuming when I was talking about the blindly attacking type of bad guys, it's these like skeleton looking guys, but these obviously I'm sure have some kind of higher intelligence. And is this like their leader or just somebody who's I don't know. More information we need. I'm curious. And then the final faction, the Outcast, those who are all but more threatening for their humanity. The Outcast are an armed band of ostracized world movers. So it's another sub-faction. They were all ousted due to conflicts between factions or completely immoral acts. So they're just like the Mad Max bad guys, basically joining together afterwards based on their hostility towards other world movers. Their humanity makes it easier for them to lay low, disguise themselves, and target and scam the world movers. The danger they pose is completely different from that of your other enemies. So these are just like pirates, essentially. I'm assuming these are just like pirates. We'll just call them pirates. Do we have any more bad guys? Okay, no, that just takes me all the way to the top. Okay. So these are all the factions. I think we fall under this one. These guys don't like us, apparently. Or either that or we're not even one of these factions. I don't really know. Well, no. I don't know. The Chronotector? Is that supposed to be like detector, but like Chronotector? An artifact. Okay. An artifact that can manipulate space-time. Again, I feel like that sounds really OP, like if you're able to use that whenever. I'm sure there are only certain areas where you can use it. But the Chronotector is a powerful artifact said to have been created by a mysterious ancient civilization known only as the Great Ones. Oh, it spoke about them a little while ago. It holds the power to warp and manipulate space-time to the holder's will. Though it has lost much to its original strength, it is still capable of twisting time and space to create effects irreplicable, so you can't replace it by even the world's most powerful magic. So there's no magic, there's nothing in the world that can do what this artifact does. And so we each get one, I guess. I don't know. Concept art, I guess we can go through this, kind of check it out. That's cool. I like that. Yeah, just some houses. Some bad guys. Yeah, this looks fucking cool. Yeah, the game looks cool. Let's see what's under more. Oh, it's just more pictures. Subscriber to the first beta test. Yeah. Duh. I'll sign up for that later. All right. Overview, concept art, subscribe. What else does InPixel does? I swear they're Korean based. Like I said, they're Korean based. I swear there's another video game that they do that I'm not 100% Grand Saga. What is this? It's another video game. Korean-based games are very well known for being very grindy, like very grindy. When I say grindy, I mean that's like an understatement. Like they just like grinding. I don't know. Oh, let's see here. Let's go to games. Can we translate? Here we go. Grand Saga, Chrono Odyssey. I just want to kind of get an idea. Let's look at Grand Saga. Kind of get an idea. Translate. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Yep. Nope. I just kind of wanted to get an idea of what the game is. It's a mobile game, though. Oh, I remember somebody saying that originally this game, Chrono Odyssey, was going to be a mobile game, and then they were like, no, we're not going to make it a mobile game. It's just going to be on consoles, and it's just going to be on PC, which I like because mobile games kind of have their own, like, I don't know, they have their own feel to it, and they also usually have a lot of microtransactions, which usually are pay to win a lot of the times. I don't know. I'm looking forward to this game. When I saw the trailer the first time, I was like, "This looks cool." The combat looks awesome, and honestly, for me, that's a big driving force for a video game is how the combat plays out. How does it feel? You know what I mean? But yeah, it looks cool. All right. Well, again, we're just kind of farting around. I don't really know what else to kind of look at here. Loot warning. Grab these. Max. This is a sidearm. Oh, we can watch the Diablo 4 book of the Book of Lorath. We'll watch this here in a second. I'll be right back. I gotta blow my nose. Yo, fuck this cough, y'all. This cough is bullshit, is all I'm gonna say. It is pure, unadulterated bullshit. The first Ultra Instinct enemy. What? No, okay, we're not gonna watch that. We're not gonna watch that. Is there another one of these? I know they had just released video 2. Story launch trailer. Ooh, we can watch this. Let's watch this. Let's watch this. So this is the Diablo 4 story launch trailer.
Sanctuary has always been trapped amid the eternal conflict. A war between angels and demons. But Lilith serves neither side. She was banished ages ago, but this world is her creation.
My children, the lords of hell are coming to devour our world.
Hell is coming. Hell is coming. Resist her temptation!
I have not come to save, but to empower. I will give you freedom and more.
May we fight true in his holy name.
The time of prophecy has come, knights. We march on hell.
I'm glad to be alone, so save me a place.
See now the work of your faith!
Keep a record of the wreckage of my life. Gotta recognize the beat in my mind.
Your lives and those of all humanity.
Oh, who was that?
depend
Whoa. Hold up. I've never seen that character before. Who's this?
lives and those.
Yes. Who's this character? I've never seen this character before. They're obviously some kind of magic user because they're kind of emanating this energy. They've never shown that character before. Either that or I skipped a lot of the story in the betas, but I've never seen that character before.
Depend on what.
And I don't think that was in the original trailer either.
If we can't stop Lilith, we'll all be damned.
Glad to be
I'm also very curious of when does this actually play out, right? So we'll watch it here in a little bit. But basically, so Lilith and Anarius, an angel and a demon, came together and they created Sanctuary, right? That's where they came and they eventually formed the Nephilim. And then after that, that's where humans derived from, are the Nephilim, and the Nephilim are few and far between. In the video games, we were always a Nephilim. That's the kind of the idea. We're a Nephilim. But I'm wondering is Lilith in this trailer. Let's go back here. She said right here.
The lords of hell are coming to devour our world.
See, the lords of hell are coming to devour our world. That would imply that this takes place maybe before. Let's see if there's any. Let's see. Let's take a look. No, not mini player. I don't want to do mini player. Default. I wonder. Let's look it up. Diablo timeline. Explain. There we go. Let's take a look. So, okay, here, this is a good one. It looks like, Let's take a Dark Lord dash. Let's watch this. Because if she's saying that the Lords of Hell are coming, does that mean that it's taking place before any of the original Diablos in this game? Or is this after everything that's already happened and they're coming back again? You know what I mean? Let's see what Dark Lord Dash has to say.
Savannah, if you don't get your moisturized hands off my body wash.
Yeah, I got the poor man YouTube. I still watch, obviously.
I often get bored in the
God.
evenings. There's never anything interesting on TV.
Right.
Powerful artifact known as the World Stone. A reality-altering relic that granted untold power to those who would wield it, yet neither side
There are timestamps
would
on
hold
this?
it in their possession for long. The main stage...
Oh, no. Go back.
Powerful artifact from this eternal war, led by the archangel Anarius and the daughter of hatred,
Okay,
Lilith,
where do you get the
rolling
story
the
from?
high heavens, returned from hiding plains, and the World Stone found the religion of the Zakarum, becoming the dominant political power across the land. Setting up flame evils during the Sin War would spark a civil war.
Here we go. I think he's going to start doing it right here.
Powerful, the Vajera would hold the greatness, was promptly gifted by the in a joint decision by the Angiris Council of the High
Here we go.
Heavens and Mephisto of the Burning Hells. Sanctuary was decidedly left alone and not destroyed as so many other worlds had been before, and they instead opted to stay out of humanity's way, but also watch them from a distance, but at a price. Anarius was promptly gifted by the high heavens to Mephisto as a peace offering, and for his transgressions, he was tormented in the realm of hatred for the next 3,000 years. And at the culmination of the battle, Odyssean had sacrificed himself, lending his own essence to the whole of Sanctuary, sending both the armies of heaven and hell back to their respective planes, and the World Stone was then reattuned, limiting the power of the Nephilim. Now,
Okay, that was basically a long-winded way of saying that what Anarius ended up doing after Anarius and Lilith had made Sanctuary and they were there for a while, Anarius ended up just eventually getting rid of all the angels, all of the demons, because after a while, angels and both demons came to Sanctuary to stop fighting in the war, the eternal war, so to speak. And then Anarius is like, nah, we're not going to do that. And he started to realize that Lilith and him had different ideas of the way things should go. And so Anarius ended up pushing all the angels and the demons away. This ended up pissing off Lilith, which ends up, I'm assuming, in the events of Diablo 4, while they're kind of like fighting each other, sort of. But that's what he was talking about there.
Leaderless, after the fall of the Temple of Triune and Cathedral of Light, the mage clans assumed control of the political landscape of Sanctuary. The most powerful, the Vajera, would hold the greatest influence, but internal strife would cause the delicate balance of power
That's some
to
Diablo 2
collapse.
shit right there.
Two brothers, Bartok and Horizon of the Vajeri, would struggle for control. Not learning the lesson with summoning of demons, the two waged a bloody war against each other, arguing over how to utilize demons to their advantage, causing immense devastation across the world and losing faith in the mage clans by the people of Sanctuary. It's at this time the mage clans became reviled in the people's eyes, and religion would move in to take its place, and an ascetic priest by the name of Akarat would found the religion of the Zakarum, becoming the dominant political power across the land.
This lore goes deep, by the way, and I'm assuming there are lore people that kind of have just go through this more and more, but the lore goes really deep with Diablo. Obviously, you got to think there's over, at this point, 30-ish years of lore.
Setting up footholds across all
sides
the world,
too.
from Kurast, the center of power, to Westmarch in the far western lands of Condorus. The failure of the prime evils during the Sin War would spark a civil war in the Burning Hells, ultimately ending in the exile of the prime evils, Mephisto, Baal and Diablo, to Sanctuary, thanks to the combined forces of the lesser evils, where they were...
And then this is where Diablo 1 takes into place, right? Like, this is where the prime evils come to Sanctuary, and the Nephilim that are left, which are us, with the characters that we take control of, these are the few Nephilim that are left on Sanctuary to help fight the prime evils to drive them back. And this is what it's talking about. This is all this, I'm sure the past 7 minutes that he was talking, Lord, was leading up to Diablo 1, which is coming
were
out.
hunted and imprisoned by a group of mages, a clandestine group known as the Herodrum that was formed surreptitiously by the Archangel Tyrael as to not break the High Heaven's former pact to stay off Sanctuary. These Herodric hunts resulted in the Primes being held in specially attuned Worldstone shards, known as Soul Stones. One was safeguarded by the Zakarum and Kurast. One was sealed in the chest of the leader of the Herodrum, Tal Rasha, deep in the sands of Aranok. And the last was buried within a labyrinth built into the hills of Kandaras, which would later become known as Tristram. The influence of the primevals was too much for the stones to contain, however, and Mephisto would begin to seep out his hatred throughout the Zakarim church, taking over the head of the order, Sankakur, after their former leader, Kaleem, would not yield to evil's influence, his will just being too great. Mephisto counted on the events leading to the current state of being and set in motion his plan to free his brothers and once again use Sanctuary as a staging point to grow the power of the burning hells. He would then send the great adherent Leoric and his Archbishop Lazarus to Kandaras to
King
find
Leoric.
his seat of power in Tristram and free his brother as their new king, with the ultimate goal of the now corrupted Lazarus unearthing the Crimson Soul Stone, holding the youngest of the primevals, Diablo's soul. This brings us then to the events of Diablo
There we
1.
go. See, leading up to
Tristram,
Diablo
with
1.
Leoric as their king, would flourish for a time, but quickly descend into destitution. Lazarus found Diablo's prison, and after failing to utilize Leoric as the demon's host, turned his youngest son, Ulbricht. The disappearance of Ulbricht would drive the king mad, slaughtering the citizens of Tristram out of suspicion, until his own knights would slay him, but not before he muttered a curse that would bind them to him even in undeath as the Skeleton King. Soon after, 3 heroes would come to Tristram's aid. Morena of the Sisterhood of the Sightless Eye, Jazrith of the Vigerai, and Aidan, the eldest son of Leoric, and they would liberate the town from the evil influence of Leoric and Lazarus. But Lazarus's work was complete, and Diablo had found its new host in the young Ulbricht. After a grueling fight with the beast on the outskirts of hell, Aidan, the warrior, realizing Diablo would once again escape, mistakenly took the soulstone into his own body to seal the demon.
Didn't work out that
But
well.
this act would not stop the plans of Mephisto.
Yeah, they did not
for
work
the
out well.
all-consuming influence of the primevals would snuff out the light and leave only darkness in its wake. After a time of recovery and celebration, Aidan, Morena, and Jazrith would leave from Tristram, but the burning hells would follow in their wake. Demons and undead ravaged the town of Tristram and spread throughout the land. In Diablo 2, 5 heroes, including Cassia the Amazon, Zul the Necromancer, and Ascendra the Sorceress, along with a yet unnamed barbarian and paladin, would arise to answer this new surge of evil. Aidan, now possessed by Diablo, had set out across the land, heading east towards Kurast, and, having corrupted Morena, now the dreaded Bloodraven, enlisted the aid of the lesser evils Andariel and her twin brother Juriel, who had been summoned to Sanctuary from the burning hells by a summoning that Morena was coerced into. These 2 lesser evils acted to slow the heroes from catching up with this new dark wanderer.
And you
his
fight those
quest
guys.
to
You
free
fight
his
them
imprisoned
during
brother
Diablo 2.
Baal,
They showed
whose
that.
location was hidden by lost Herodric knowledge, which the party uncovers in Horizon's arcane sanctuary, now inhabited by a newly corrupted Jazrith, the Summoner. The heroes would then locate the prison of the demon Baal with the aid of Tristram's town scholar and last of the Herodrum, Deckard Cain,
Deckard
rescued
Cain.
from the ruins of Tristram, but it's too late. Now freed, Baal and Diablo steal across the Twin Seas to Kurast and soon join together with their brother Mephisto, who opens a portal to the burning hells for Diablo and sends Baal to gather himself and rally his forces to launch an assault against Ariat and corrupt the coveted World Stone, while Mephisto holds off the heroes in the depths of the Travancore Temple. Diablo is then pursued into hell by the heroes, and with the aid of the Archangel Tyrael, he is defeated, and his and Mephisto's soul stones were destroyed at the Great Hellforge,
or Hellforge,
presumably
yeah.
ending the 2 evils for good. The heroes then follow after Baal. Joined by a druid of Skosglen and an assassin of the Vizjak Tar, the heroes confront Bale within the Worldstone Keep, who has laid waste to the barbarian homeland.
Maybe I never played Diablo 2 in the expansion, or maybe I just forget, but I don't remember playing as either one of these characters. So was there a druid and assassin in Diablo 2 Hold up. We're going to download that. Because you can make an assassin or druid. I might fart around with that. Let me download that real quick. Because I do not remember that being an option unless they... Let's do it. D2R classes. Amazon sorceress, druid, and assassin. What? When did those release? We're born in 1914, September. There we go. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to download that because I do not remember that at all. Let's download it. Diablo 2, where are you? Diablo 2, there we go. Install Diablo. It's only 30 gigabytes. All right, we'll come back to that. Because if there is, I wouldn't mind playing a druid.
Vizjak, the heroes confront Bale within the Worldstone Keep, who has laid waste to the barbarian homeland. But Bale has completed Mephisto's plan, corrupting the Great Stone with a shard of his own Soul Stone. Even with the destruction of Bale, it's too late to reverse the damage. And in a last-ditch effort, Tyrael destroys the Worldstone, scattering its shards across Sanctuary. In Diablo Immortal, Diablo's minion Skarn begins collecting shards of the Worldstone for the burning hells to resurrect the Lord of Terror. But with the aid of the Archangel Gilnira, these efforts fail, and the heroes stop the resurrection of Diablo.
Diablo Immortal.
To hear more of this story, donate $24.99 to the channel. Moving on. 20 years pass between Diablo 2 and 3, with very little happening in between. But then Tyrael, who was thought dead, is resurrected after he was destroyed in the blast of the Worldstone's destruction, forsaking his angelic mantle, and is sent plummeting to Sanctuary, where he plays his part in the event of the End of Days prophecy. Deckard Cain and his adopted niece Leah, with the aid of another band of heroes, a barbarian, a wizard, a witch doctor, a monk, and a demon hunter, all canonically yet unnamed, save for some lesser connections to the short stories that may be cemented lore-wise in D4, uncover a plot of another lesser evil, Belial, who has sent his minion Magda and her coven to obtain the fallen star for himself. After killing Cain, an enraged Leah unleashes a terrific torrent of power, revealing a hidden gift within. After the heroes save Tyrael from Magda and restore, in part, his angelic power, they set out across the lands to stop Belial and the final lesser evil, Azmodan, who has mounted an assault from the crater of Ariat, all while learning more about Leah's growing power. They find and rescue the witch Adria, who is revealed to be Leah's mother and mentors in her growth. They also resurrect the slain Herodric mage Zoltan Kuhl, who constructed another soul stone capable of holding the souls of all 7 great evils. He also reveals to the heroes of their long dormant power and sets them on the path to awakening it. With the Black Soul Stone, the heroes capture the essence of Belial and Azmodan. Yet, strangely, the essences of the other 5 slain evils reside within already. Strangely, that is, until Adria reveals that she altered the stone and bound the evil's essence to it, drawing them in during a time of their demise. But the Soul Stone was complete without a host. However, one perfect candidate exists. Leah, the daughter of Adria and Prince Aiden,
and then Diablo becomes the
within himself,
prime evil,
joins with the Soul Stone, and now in possession of all 7 evils, becomes the prime evil. The living incarnation of Tathamet, the great 7-headed dragon that became the Burning Hells. Now powerful enough to mount an assault against the high heavens, Diablo routs the forces
part was really
of heaven
cool in Diablo
and
3.
nearly
I
succeeds
played
in
through it
destroying the
like
Crystal
about a month
Arch,
ago.
before an awakened Nephilim, the heroes of Diablo 3,
That's
traveled
us.
with Leah, stops Diablo at the pinnacle of heaven.
Yep.
For a time after, all is quiet, save for a small coup involving Tyrael absconding from heaven with the Black Soul Stone to prevent its corruptive influences from doing any more damage to the high heaven. But one other angel desires its power also. Malthael, the once Archangel of Wisdom, now Angel of Death, takes the stone from Tyrael
Reaper of
and
Souls
launches
was
a
the
campaign
expansion
to
or
destroy
DLC
the
for
population
that.
of Sanctuary
Really
and the Burning
Actually made the
Hells
game a lot
as he
better.
deems the humans of Sanctuary.
It was really crazy because Reaper of Souls was the DLC / expansion for Diablo 3, and Diablo 3 was okay, but Reaper of Souls was what, in my opinion, what made the game good. It was what really made Diablo 3 good because it introduced Nephilim rifts, adventure mode, torment levels where you could just keep increasing your difficulty just like over and over and over again. Reaper of Souls, this whole expansion was really what made Diablo 3 good, in my opinion.
Part demon, evil. Malthael nearly succeeds if not for the intervention of the same awakened Nephilim, which we, the hero, control. This is even after Malthael absorbs the souls of the 7 evils trapped in the Black Soul Stone, which are released upon his death. It's also during this time that a Crusader and Necromancer join the ranks of the heroes. But who ends up being the canonical hero of Diablo 3 and Reaper of Souls is yet to be revealed. Perhaps we shall see in Diablo 4. This takes us to the upcoming edition.
So after we destroyed Malthael, we, the heroes, like the Nephilim, don't count as the heroes. It's
evils trapped in the Black Soul Stone of the heroes. But who ends up being the canonical hero of Diablo 3 and Reaper of Souls is yet to be revealed.
So then that could be Tyrael. It could be some other character that's going to be in Diablo 4 potentially then, I guess is what this person is implying. Interesting.
Perhaps we shall see in Diablo 4.
Yeah.
This takes us to the upcoming edition.
Okay, so that answers my original question. So Diablo 4 is after everything. So when Lilith was saying that the Lords of Hell are coming, she was saying that they are coming back. Because once we killed Malthael, and he had the World Stone that had all the 7 souls of the 7 hells, or the 7 Lords of Hell, then they got re-released basically back into the world. Man, this is like a perpetual circle of shit, basically. That sucks. So, okay, so then this is in chronological order then. Okay.
To the timeline with Diablo 4. Please forgive the extremely abridged account of events. I want to fit in as much as I could into one timeline recap. The full story is much more nuanced, obviously, and I invite you to view the story in full, found in the play section of this channel, which will be fleshed out further when the game comes out. What we do currently know about Diablo 4 is Lilith has returned yet again, released by the machinations of an enigmatic pale summoner known as Elias, and has begun to spread her influences around Sanctuary and the Burning Hells. Anarias, curiously, has also returned, but by whose hand yet is unknown, and we will see in time. And what of the fates of the 7 great evils? We've seen Andariel and Juriel in gameplay teasers, but no hints as to the whereabouts of Diablo, Mephisto, Baal, Belial, and Asmodan, save for Lilith's cult holding Diablo's skull in a flash. What we do know is 5 heroes have joined the fight this time, with the Barbarian, Sorcerer, Necromancer, Druid, and Rogue classes making up the first installment of playable heroes. Who knows how their stories will unfold, and how your choices will influence them. But we hope to see you in Sanctuary in June to find out.
I don't know if you would have chosen to stand beside me in this new world, Rathma. But I would have saved your place, just the same.
It's very interesting how this story is going to pan out.
All that you might have been has been stolen from me. Stolen.
She is not happy. And what is that a key to?
This key unlocks more than the doors of hell. It unlocks our path to the future. A future made possible because of the price you paid.
I didn't watch any of these
Your
cutscenes in the game.
sacrifice will not have been in vain.
Huh. So what's the complete story? I want to check this out real quick, y'all chat. I want to just check this out because I saw that you could be an assassin or druid in D2R. So when D2R came out, you couldn't be an assassin or druid. I'm just wondering if now you could become assassin or druid, because if you can, I might kill some time in between here and June 2nd, whenever that comes out. All right, let's just, yeah. I'm just going to check this out real quick, and then we can go back to live reacts. I just want to check this. So you could be the assassin, but I don't... Oh, you could be a druid. I guess I just don't remember. Yeah, you could. Okay, never mind. You could from the very beginning. Okay. You could from the very beginning. I just didn't remember. I just never played either one of those. Let's see what this prologue is. Is this all the cutscenes from... Is this a cutscene from all the from the actual Diablo 4 stuff? All right, here we go. The complete story prologue.
For a few millennia turned you into...
Oh yeah, so this is actually like when you play through.
Finding the bodies of dead horses littering.
It was forged as a refuge from...
Get up!
Happened to you in there?
And it's a shelf full of east or west, we can't tell which way. And
his imprisonment in hell, his valiant escape, his glorious return here, the world he created. But they never mention how being tortured in hell for a few millennia turned you into an ass.
And Inarius is going to fight this Lilith as her return was prophesied?
There was a prophecy, yes. It foretold the rise of the primevals, the return of Lilith and Inarius, the doom of our world. Inarius adopted the prophecy for his own selfish purposes, put it in the Cathedral of Light's gospel, and made it seem like he would be the hero to save us.
This is a lot to digest, being caught in a maelstrom of fate with angels and demons alike and not even knowing who to trust.
So what prophecy are they talking about? Diablo 4 prophecy. Lilith. There we go. We'll go to a wiki. Birthright, Lilith reveals scales of the serpent, veiled prophecy. Prophecy, here we go. After the Sin War, it was prophesied that Lilith would one day return to Sanctuary. Pandemonium event. Considering that the Pandemonium event and Battle.net only quest is available in the single player or even Battle.net games, it cannot be said that it is part of the official lore. Oh, okay. After her legions of Succubi and Andariel were killed by mortals who successfully defended the World Stone, Lilith swore to personally intervene. She masterminded the revival of Diablo by manifesting herself in the mortal realm and performing a ritual of dark summoning. This ritual, long thought to be impossible by the most powerful mortal wizards, allowed Lilith to link with Diablo across realms, strengthening him until he was finally able to once again reincarnate himself in the mortal plane. Rage and a deep yearning for revenge boiled within the eyes of the Lord of Terror, this Diablo, and together he and Lilith resurrected the two remaining primevals, as well as Duriel and Azul, two of the strongest agents. Diablo announced his grand plan. The three were finally strong enough to spread pandemonium through Sanctuary. Lilith could have easily conducted an assault of her own, but because she had been left severely weakened by the dark summoning ritual, she agreed to aid the primevals and command some of their remaining forces. So when does this take place? The prophet. Does this give like a time frame? No, it doesn't. It doesn't say like so-and-so year. So I'm wondering when this is taking place. So is this supposed to, let's see, Veiled Prophet, Men Encounter Lilith, Return the Rathma. So this is around Diablo 4. Yeah. Encounter Lilith while searching for Rathma, because Lilith in that, even that cutscene we just saw, she was looking for Rathma, who also been banished to the void by Anarius. Lilith rapidly changed her form to Lilia, Serenthia, and other women who had known. Blah, 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 blah. So then this is what's going on in the background of Diablo 4, is she wants the primevals to come back. So I guess she got mad. I guess the story is going that she got mad at Anarius for getting rid of, like I mentioned earlier, all the angels, all the demons, because she wanted it to be a sanctuary for them to not fight in the war, basically. she got mad at Inarius. And so her plan now is to unleash the primevals on Sanctuary. That's her goal. And then here we are, yeah. By 3 they come, and that's that trailer. And we can watch that trailer. That trailer's really good. Hold on. Let me get that up. But the trailer for Diablo 4, it's basically that. Where is it? Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep. Nope. Nope. I didn't realize that the trailer had come out like 2 years ago, but it came out 2 years ago. Diablo 4. Damn, was it really that long ago? What's next? Yeah, here we go. This is it. So this is Lilith getting this priest. I don't know if they mention his name in this. She and her the undead priest or whatever, this dude that's in this tomb, is getting someone to summon her back to Sanctuary so then she can get the key to unlock the gates to hell to allow the primevals to come back to Sanctuary.
Guide myself to thy sacred light. Blessed thou grant, thy eternal light protects me, thy divine wisdom guides me.
This trailer is dope. If anything Blizzard does really well, fucking trailers. I mean, Wrath of the Lich King, that shit still stands up today.
They have our scent. Run!
The music in this too, just top notch.
Just keep running.
Are you out of your mind? He's not going to make it.
He has to.
Blessed Akarat, thy eternal light protects me, thy divine wisdom guides
Look at me! All the gold we want is right there.
No, I just came here for knowledge.
They're coming!
I know.
Get over here!
Now, breach the seal. Get us through that door.
I don't know if they say his name or not. We'll read in that text afterwards to see if he comes up.
Help me.
And this is how Lilith becomes back to our realm.
By 3 they come.
By 3 they come.
By 3 thy way opens. Blood show. This doesn't make any sense. Blood is the key. Blood is the key!
What?
I need 2 of you!
No! Go! I'll hold them! Go!
So, it says the blood of the willing goes...
You gotta be kidding me!
Oh, yeah.
It worked!
We have to help him!
He's dead already.
Well. So I guess if you want to think about this timeline-wise, this trailer is leading right up to right before Diablo 4. And this is just sharing the story, essentially, of how Lilith came back to our realm. Or Sanctuary, our realm. Yeah, whatever. But
by 3 they come, by 3 thy way opens, by the blood of them.
Blood of the willing.
Hail. Hail the
Creator.
The Creator. Hail the daughter Oh no. No, no, no.
What about the coin? What's it say?
This is forbidden. This is a summoning. I cannot speak this.
Don't lie to me!
We came here for treasure. What is this place?
I don't know. Maybe it's a temple. Or a tomb, or...
It's a gate. Gross. This reminds me of Evil Dead every single time I watch it. This reminds me of Evil Dead.
Blessed Akrat, thy eternal light protects me. Thy divine wisdom guides me. Though my path is wrought to darkness, guide my soul to thy sacred ways.
From the abyss, we see thy salvation. By three they come.
By three the way opens.
By the blood of the willing. We call thee home. Come.
Blessed Akrat, thy eternal light protects me. Thy divine wisdom guides me. Though my path is
Open
wrought to
your
darkness.
eyes.
Eternal light protects me. Eternal light protects me. Eternal light protects me. Eternal light protects me. Eternal
There is no light here.
Dude, that guy's eyes are dark as shit.
You came to the darkness for knowledge.
Read the words.
Yes.
And all the knowledge you seek is here. Surrender.
I'm assuming he's going to be a boss at some point. That'd be really cool. I like that idea.
Call her home.
By three, they come. By three, thy way opens. By the blood of the willing, we call thee home.
My guy had been Torah.
Hail, daughter of hatred. Creator of sanctuary. Hail.
Hell yeah.
Lilith.
My guy's dead now.
Blessed Mother, save us.
Hell yeah. Okay, so back to this. So as this is going on, the prophecy, she's fulfilling the prophecy of where she's gathering the items that she needs in order to unlock the gates of hell to allow the primevals to come back. And then that's where this comes into play. Lilith's welcome back to Sanctuary by Elias. Who's Elias? Is that the weird looking dude? The white guy? Yeah, that guy. Elias. Also called the Pale Man, is a mysterious priest in the right hand of Lilith. He is one of the responsible for summoning her into Sanctuary. So yeah. Okay. So we're starting to get caught up to Diablo 4. That's what I wanted to know. I wanted to get more of like, okay, where are we at in Diablo 4 timeline-wise? So thousands of years after her banishment from Sanctuary, Lilith was summoned back into it by a macabre ritual in an underground chamber. 3 adventurers and a scholar, the former looking for gold and the latter for knowledge, were pursued by zombies into the apparent safety of the chamber. One of the adventurers turned out to be much more than he seemed. In truth, a member of the triumph named... Oh, so the guy with the patch, he is always Elias. He was just playing everybody, basically. The other 2 adventurers and the scholar were sacrificed into triangle pillars, their blood forming a construct between them, which Lilith took form and passed. Lilith's return spawned a new wave of cultists and worshippers in Sanctuary. Her mere presence in the mortal realm awakened darkness in the hearts of many humans. Her agents operated in Kyrgyzstan, filling the people with paranoia, not knowing who they could trust. People began to worship her as a goddess and carried out blood sacrifices to appease her. Lilith herself began a brutal campaign to take Sanctuary as on her own and ordered the Devourer's souls to obtain demon blood for her. Helltides repeatedly powered demons to serve Lilith, morphing their very landscape of Sanctuary. Similarly, the Fields of Hatred took form after summoning into Sanctuary. And then the Fractured Peaks. So this is what's going to happen afterwards. I'm just going to read through this real quick. Lilith and Gimano use is a reuse of Endel's colored. Okay. Altars of Lilith can be found throughout the game. Personality and traits. Abilities. Okay. So this is going to be the last part of it, it looks like. All right. The Fractured Peaks. Lilith appeared in the Church of Nevesk during a sermon by a priest of the cathedral. So this is what you experience in-game in Diablo 4. She claimed that the lords of hell were coming to devour the world and that salvation is not in the light, but in themselves. What? That seems kind of contradictory, right? Like, why would you say that the lords of hell are coming and yet say that your salvation is not in the light or the angels, but in yourselves? She bid her children to break the chains and be beautiful in sin. And the congregation obeyed, murdering the priests, and had preached the cathedral's creed. Lilith exited the church and told Elias to head to the dark steps, or dry steps, to continue preparations. Lilith was sighted in the Hills of Mines amid a cathedral into upon entering the underground city of Kazuma. She revealed herself as a demon to the cathedral's forces, standing guard. The result was a bloodbath. It's Lilith. Lilith slaughtered the defenders. One of the retinue, Venard, begged for her life. Lilith spared her and led her deeper into the city. While inside, Lilith talked with Venard, offering her knowledge. She pointed out that Venard had dragged her daughter all over Sanctuary in search of knowledge, despite Venard's protestations, and that it had been to teach her daughter to survive. Despite her misgivings, Venard fell to Lilith's temptations. Moving on, Lilith asked Venard if she had faith in her, to which Venard responded that she had hoped she did. Lilith told her that all she needed to know for now was that they were going to meet Rathma, as he was the key to her plans. Okay. Lilith later told Venard that she had mastered her fear, but could sense that she missed her daughter. Lilith told her to go or stay, that it was time to choose. Venard chose to stay with Lilith, who told her that to reach Rathma, they would have to cross the lake at the bottom of the ruins. It would require a ritual that she wouldn't teach her. The ritual required Venard's own blood, which she split in Lilith's name. The ritual allowed Lilith to cross the lake, but Venard lacked the divine element that was required to cross and was left behind, still riding in her own blood, insane. Oh, I wonder if she's going to be something that we can see in the game. That'd be cool. Lilith entered the necropolis of the firstborn and found Rathma, slain by Inarius. She told him that while she was certain that if he would have sided with her, she would have nevertheless kept a special place for him in the world she was looking to build. She took the key to hell from her son's staff. Wait. So Rathma was her son? Who the fuck? What? She took the key to hell from her son's staff and vowed that his sacrifice would be in vain. So then, who does she get it on with to have Rathma? I have more questions now. At some point after her release, Lilith came to power in Hell when Hell was invaded by mortal force under the command of Inarius. Lilith led an army of demons against them during the battle. Inarius got silent and flew across the battlefield, landed amidst the demons. As Lilith looked on, Inarius hurled his spirit. And this is all in-game stuff. Personality traits. Interesting. So Diablo 4, it's all in chronological order then. So this isn't after what I originally thought. So Lilith is just coming back like it is prophesized in this prophecy up here. So if the prophecy is true, then she's going to take the key that she got from Rathma and unleash the Lords of Hell on Sanctuary again. I guess that's a good way for the story to kind of keep going its entire time. But I mean, that's pretty neat. At least we learned a little bit more, or I learned a little bit more about all of that. All right. I did see Diablo 4 calculator. Here we go. So I wanted to look at Sorcerer and kind of play around with some builds. Sorcerer. Let's see. So my idea was really I was going to build around fire. Okay. So flaming bolts, burning, piercing, and then hitting. I mean, that's going to be a no-brainer. Okay. Incinerate or fireball. Incinerate, channel beam, burning enemies, damage, charge bolts, chain lightning. Just playing around with the builds. So I was more than originally what I had played in the beta was a combination of fire and lightning. I really loved, was it chain lightning? Chain lightning was really cool because when you hit a bad guy, it'll bounce, right? Like it'll just bounce like it says. It deals damage in chains, but it's more like a bounce. I wouldn't say chain is probably the appropriate word because it can bounce back and forth, right? The thing that sucks though, is there... Let's look at the meta builds. Leveling sorcerer, chain light. See, even chain lightning is in that. This is almost identical to my build. Ice armor. Yeah, this is almost identical to the build that I was going to use. Like the only difference is this right here, but everything else is identical. That's funny, but that's the same build that's in the meta builds. What's the end game for these? Free sorcerer. Jim's a bit out of the build planner. Summoner sorcerer. I'm assuming this is what I'm going to end up doing. Kind of slash enemies. The lightning spear. I don't know. Let's just go with what I was originally going to go with. Okay. Arc lash. Spark. Burn. I really like chain lightning. I really love the way chain lightning works. And what are the other two? Chain bounces off you. Chain lightning has a crackling energy. Yeah, that just makes more sense to do that. Teleport. It's kind of a no-brainer here. Teleport's cooldown is decreased by 0.5 per seconds per enemy hit up to 3 seconds. Maybe not. What are these for? Sorry, crackling energy after you teleport against the river damage for sure. I mean, that's really good for, I guess, for survivability. Then I need to spend a couple points. Lucky critical strike 7 cooldown when you're no. Deal extra damage, but take more damage. Glass cannon, maybe. No. What is this? Your maximum mana. No. I guess this one. Glass cannon. Because glass cannon is just going to do more damage. I mean, that makes sense. And then Hydra is just really strong. None of these other ones were really good in the beta. Like Hydra is just bar none way better. You gain critical strike, also burns enemies based on the burn. All right, let's do glass cannon, damage reduction, more precision, and then None of those. Firewall, Meteor. Firewall's going to be really good. Meteor, the only thing I didn't really like about Meteor, it's so slow in its attacking. Like, it just... and it's so stationary, where Firewall, it's a wall, a literal wall. And the nice thing about that is you can actually, like, kite bad guys and enemies into it, in and out of it. So it's, like, a good way. Probably going to go with Firewall. We're probably going to do Firewall. Firewall... And then enemies continue burning after leaving. You gain 5% firewall. Depending on how bad mana regeneration is, I might go into that, but the burning sounds really good. So this is going to be like a burn lightning build. Like that, and this is the build that I'm pretty sure I'll use in game, unless it's just not that viable. But okay, so then we need more damage. That's cooldown every time. For each active conjuration, don't have any conjurations. That's good. What is this? After casting a non-basic skill, you gain net resistance. I mean, that's... I'm just going for straight up damage. What do we have over here? Static discharge? No. Here we go. Your fire residue to increase damage while you are healthy. Okay. And then you deal with critical strike against burning enemies if they're immobilized. Increase to... Was enemies reduce that? This chance is doubled while you are healthy. Okay, so that means we're going to build into these then, I'm assuming. Okay. Precision. Okay. And then Inferno, I'm pretty sure that's a no-brainer. Inferno. Pools. Cost no mana. I mean, that is huge. Let's see. Killing a burning enemy increases your mana generation. What is this? Add mana cost. You deal increased burning damage to enemies for each second they remain burning. Oh, that sounds really, really OP. So we need to do this. Every second you offer. This is huge. This is going to be huge. This is going to be huge. This is going to be huge. Okay, combustion. When per unique burning applied to the enemy, if it's burning 3 more sources of the burning, it's a double. Duh. Oh, wait, what's the other one? Your critical strike is increased by 25, gets above 50%. Your fire is increased by 5% below fire. Killing enemy with critical strike grants a bonus against all enemies for 3 seconds. Nah, combustion sounds like the way to go on that. Okay. And then a remaining 20 points. Holy crap. Oh, because I didn't actually pump any of these up. That's right. So then Hydra's going to be a no-brainer. Teleport, maybe not necessarily. That's just going to be straight up. Going to buff that up. And then Inferno doesn't need to be buffed. And then that's going to be a no-brainer. Every 1 second you heal for your maximum life near burning. I mean, that could be really nice. 9 mana regeneration. We're never going to be standing still. Good there, good there. Let's see. Damage reduction, no. Cooldown, no. Spin a minute, no. We're just going for straight up damage here. This is not going to be anything other than that. I do really wish that these were better. Like I channeling a beam, like being stationary, especially as a caster, I don't want to say it's death, but you're like really taking a chance that you're just going to be able to get hit and just, you know, get the shit beat out of you, which that's why I like chain lightning over anything else, because chain lightning you cast and it's just going to bounce around. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let's see. BBDB. Critical service shock skills every time crackling energy. Every time you stun, you don't absorbing crackling energy. No. And then we're good there. Good there. So then I have 3 points left. I guess we could just buff up my basic thing, right? Because I don't really. What is this going to do? Enchantment. Let's see. We already buffed that up. I guess we could buff this up. So this just reduces the cooldown at the maximum about 2 seconds, which I don't know if that's going to be a thing. I guess I'd rather just do a little bit more burning damage, I guess. We're going to share this. And then, okay. My builds. Oh no! Wait, go back. There we go. Can we save this? This view, no. Grid view, filters, no. Is there a way I can save this? No. Let's look at the build planner. Ah, here we go. This is what I was looking for. Because I also wanted to see what items. Yeah. Here we go. So skill tree. This is not for... And then Paragon. The Paragon boards is what's really going to be crazy and really where you're going to like fine tune your character. Let's see what... Andariel. No. We need to change this. There we go. To Sorcerer. There we go. Let's see unique. Let's see chest. There we go. After you use teleport, close enemies are pulled to you and stun, but teleport's cooldowns are decreased by 20%. Crafted on each piece of this armor, unlocking a sharpener knife. No. I'm just seeing what legendaries will work really good with what I have. Oh, here we go. No. Frostburn. Oh, that's funny. Frostburn's coming back. That's hilarious. Fireball now bounces as it travels, exploding each time it hits the ground by an explosion. Ooh. That... If I had that, that would actually take me out of Chain Lightning and put me into Fireball. But I'd have to have that. That's the thing. Okay. I'm just seeing what good legendaries there would be. Ice Heart. Enemies die while frozen. Have a chance to unleash Frost Nova. Effects that heal you beyond 100%. Grant you a barrier. Ooh, that could be nice. That's boots. Let's look at the boots. Esus, your critical strike chance is increased by 15% of your movement speed. Penitent. You have a leave behind a trail of frost, so that's mainly for frost. Weapon. Here we go. Staff. Every third cast of your fireball launches 2 additional projectiles. Charge bolt pierces. Meh. So there's not anything that anybody has found out currently that would be good. Gain maximum resource addition when you take damage drain. Oh, that would be really nice, especially for like Barbarian. That actually would be really sick for Barbarian, because then you could lose rage versus actual health. What other legendaries do they have? What do they have? Legendary rings? Mother's Embrace. If a core skill hits 5 or more enemies, 20 or 40% of the resources refunded. That's cool. Each consecutive core skill cast reduces the resource cost of your next core skill by up to... So there's really not anything that's like, oh, this is going to be really good for my build. Minus the gloves of the Illuminator. Because if I did the gloves of the Illuminator, what then I would do is just take out of this. All right, take out of that. And then just go into Fireball. And then deals 10% burning damage you've applied to enemies as an additional direct damage. Yeah, this one, because it's all going to be about burning. So then that would make sense to more build into that at that point. That's interesting that that's the only real one for fire. Like, oh, those are all gems, skills. So then enchantments, what do we got? I just want to see what each... When you kill an enemy, the incinerate, every serpent spawns and incinerates enemies. Chance of meteor fall. Each time you... Oh, holy crap. That's crazy. But that's a 5% chance? Can only happen once. Right, damage... I mean, I guess this one is really good because you're going to be using Firewall a lot. It's going to be straight up burning. So if you just have a random chance to cast 2 firewalls for 3 seconds, that's insane. That'd be really good for bossing, actually. That'd actually be really good for bossing now that I think about that. And what does Flame Shield do? What does Flame Shield do? I guess I've never really looked, but engulf yourself in flames. While Flame Shield is active, you are immune. Ooh. So that would be really good for survivability. You pop that on, because then that's basically a get out of jail free card, right? Especially if you're running hardcore, that would be huge. So instead of dying, flame shield activate, you can run away, teleport, pop a potion, heal yourself, and then you got, whatever. So then obviously we'd want, let's see, Fireball, Hydra, Firewall, Inferno, and then this, and then what else did we do to build? Wait, so we got Fireball. Oh, Teleport. We need a Teleport. Teleport would be... I probably would put that as right click, because then I could just be casting and then and then skill tree. Let's look at the Paragon. Starting board. Okay, so then what do we have here? Board attachment gates. Oh. Holy crap. That is huge. Burning. That first one is huge. Let's look at the rest of these. Crackling energy, nah. Conjuration, nah. Enchantments are nah. Dealing cold, nah. Icefall, nah. Searing heat. Casting fireball immediately increases the critical strength and further cast that skill by 5% for 5 seconds, up to 15%. Static surge. Dude, that is huge. Burning instinct. That is going to be massive. Massive. Starting town. Okay. So we're going to be rolling intelligence. I mean, that's a no-brainer. Intelligence. Let's see here. Non-physical, 10 intelligence, 2% life for 2% life. I guess it doesn't matter. 9%, 5% intelligence. I guess we're going to go willpower. And then, what's all this over here? Glyph socket. So you definitely want to go through the glyph. So probably what? Glyph. And then what would this be? For every 5 intelligence purchased within your range. Wait, for every 5 intelligence purchased within range, you deal 2% increased non-physical damage. Additional bonus for each skill equipped in your enchantment slot. Gain 13 minutes requires within radius. Unleash. All nodes. Elementalist. Dealing fire. Increases all damage you deal. So it's only really good if you're running multiples. Adept. Charge torch for every person. But why would you go into willpower though? Additional bonus. That would be really good. Okay. So then maybe willpower might be worth it. If that's the case. Willpower. Yeah. Okay. What's this over here? Nope. Okay, so then intelligence, willpower, intelligence, willpower. Yep. Willpower. Yep. I guess yep. And then this is where it goes into the other one. Yeah, this is where the everything starts getting really cray-cray. And then what? We have a couple of glyphs here. We have a glyph there. So for each of these, do you have to choose a Fate Enchantment Master? So let's go back to that. Let's look at my gears and skills. So this would be 20% more powerful. Is that the chance then? So that means I'd get like what, an extra 1% on that? I guess, right? So that means it's a 6% chance. I guess it doesn't really clarify on that, right? Like that's kind of the problem there. We don't really know, right? Because obviously you couldn't do paragons in the game or in the betas, so it's kind of like speculation at this point. I mean, it would be, I'm assuming a few days before you actually even get deep into these. Look at this, 10% damage to burning enemies. Another 10% to burning enemies if requirements are met. So it seems like you're going to build into both willpower and intelligence, which is interesting. Does it break down what willpower does? Let's see. Does it give me like a breakdown of the stats? No, it doesn't actually have the stats by themselves. So I don't think so. Notes, Paragon. I'm just curious. Like, let's just do like, so obviously we would probably do let's probably do Seer and Heat. Oh my god, that's ridiculous. Oh, oops. I'm wondering how the leveling is going to go with the Paragons, and if it's going to be like Diablo 3 and how you level those. Oh, I need to uninstall this. Oh, yes, uninstall. Yes, I know. Yeah, this will be very interesting. So let's go in a little bit into this and see where I would want to go. Cause yeah, these are huge. These kindlings, those are huge. So I'd probably want to go this way. Cause not only is there a socket, but there's two of these over here. Look at that. And you get damage reduction. Yeah. So we're heading that way. So intelligence, willpower. I guess no, that, intelligence, that, and then we're gonna go here, and then elementalist, no, conjurer, charge, pyromaniac. Those with range gain 40% of their damage and damage. Every time you cast a second channel, you channel incinerate. No, that's for incinerate. Tactician. No. Wait, what? Grant 50% bonus to all rare nodes within range. Interesting. Okay, territorial. Oh, when it's talking about range, it means within range and like maybe the whoa. I need 250 dexterity for this? The fuck? So maybe I don't want that. Because I don't want that. Okay. So then let's keep going. Winter, Flame Feeder. Oh, shit. Oh, and then it shows me everything within range. Interesting. Oh, whoa. So this one in here, for every wealth purchase within the range, you do. So then you'd want to get all the willpower in here. Oh, I get it. I haven't really actually played around with these Paragons and how they actually work. So this is really cool to kind of see how this goes. Man, this is going to take planning. I hope there's going to be the ability to just kind of like click off and click on of these. But yeah. Well, I think that's going to do it for me. I didn't really want to do much today. Just kind of chill. I don't really feel like playing any games. So I think we're just going to call that a day. Tomorrow is the launch of Season of the Deep. I kind of wanted to just, do some live reaction to some videos, talk a little bit about Diablo 4, watch Chrono Odyssey. Yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be an all-day stream. It'll be an all-day stream. Resets at 12 o'clock. We'll pretty much be playing all day, like all day. I'll probably take a short break for lunch, and then that's it. But we're playing Destiny all day tomorrow. Yeah, hope you have a good day, everybody. As always, stay spicy out there. I will catch y'all on the next ones. See y'all later.